Welcome back, students, to the official YouTube channel of PRATHAM Test Prep. So I hope you all are doing great. Students, in the previous video we had discussed how to solve odd one out questions based upon CAT examination, and after that video I got some calls on how to solve poem based questions for ZAT. See, students, after the CAT examination certainly you all will be writing ZAT, right? So the agenda for the today's video will be nothing but how to comprehend and crack poems for ZAT. So without any further delay, let's move on to the question. So yes, there is a poem on your screen. You can pause the video and take a look at the poem and try to figure out what the poem is all about. Let's move on to the next slide. I'm assuming that you have gone through the poem and you have understood the gist of the poem. So yes. So students, have you figured out the essence of the poem? Yes or no? See, I have underlined some important points and some important words which are required in order to understand the meaning of the poem. So yes, the first underlined part, that slow person you left behind. Don't you think that the poem is talking about a person who is slow and who was left behind because of some reasons, when finally you mastered the world and scaled the heights you now command? The person who was left behind has now mastered the world and scaled the heights, which means he has achieved something. Where is he? Where that person is now, who was left behind, while you are walking around the shaved lawn in your plus force, organizing with an electric clipboard your big push to tomorrow. Which means the person is ambitious now to achieve more in life. Oh, I have come across him. Yes, I have more than once. The person who has achieved something is saying, yes, I have met that person more than once, coaxing his battered grocery cart down the freeway meridian. That the person who was failure once is now coaxing his battered grocery, trying to push his broken or damaged grocery cart. Others see you in sundry mythic types distinguished. The author sees achiever like what? Having different stories, not just in themselves but by the stories we put them in with the beginnings and then surprises. Sometimes like baby Oedipus on the hillside with his broken feet, or the dog whose barking saved the grandmother flailing in the mill pond beyond the weir. Flailing means to get uncontrolled. Just a second. Yes, flailing means to get uncontrolled, and weir means a wall kind of structure which is ideally built around the river in order to stop the flow of water. Dragged down by her woolen skirt, he does not see you as a story here, but the person who was left behind, non-achiever person, doesn't see the achiever as a story. वो उसको अलग अलग तरीके के या अलग अलग कैरेक्टर्स में नहीं देखता है, but he feels you as his atmosphere. That non-achiever feels that the person who has excelled in life is his integral part. When your sun shines, he chortles. कि जब जो अचीवर है वो लाइफ में कुछ अच्छा करता है, the person who did not do well becomes happy. But when your barometric pressure drops and the thunderheads gather, he huddles under the overpass. But जब कोई difficult situation आती है, that person gets panic. Who? The non-achiever. And writes me long letters with the stubby little pencils he steals from the public library. He asked me to look out for you. That non-achiever seek help from achiever. And despite having disparity between the two person or between the type of people, the non-achiever still try to communicate by writing letters. That's all the poem is all about. Let's move on to the questions. See, question number 1, which of the following best captures the theme of the poem? पोएम का थीम बताना है. द पोएम इज एक्सप्लोरिंग द लाइव्स ऑफ द रिच एंड पुअर. इज इट ऑल अबाउट द रिचनेस, पॉवर्टी? Certainly no. The poem is examining a loss of trust between old friends. Do you think so? The poem is meaninglessly brooding over the past. See, the poem is about the past and present scenario, both, not just about the past. The poem is analyzing a person's past and present. Yes, absolutely. But still हम E option भी check करेंगे. The poem is celebrating success and mourning losses. Is the poem all about success and mourning over the losses that the person has faced? नहीं. प्रेजेंट और पास्ट की सिचुएशंस को बता रहे हैं पोएम में. ये एनालाइज किया गया है कि पहले द पर्सन वाज लेफ्ट बिहाइंड and now the person has excelled and scaled up to some heights, right? So therefore the option D is right. Now question number 2, which of the following statements best interprets the line, he does not see you as a story though he feels you as his atmosphere? See, यहाँ पर जो ऑथर है वो एक अचीवर को अलग अलग नजरिए से देख रहे हैं. यहाँ पे समझे आप. द बेबी ऑडिपस ऑन द हिल साइड विद हिज ब्रोकन फीट. इधर देखें आप, एक वर्ड और मेंशन यहाँ पे किया गया है. Mythic types distinguished not just in themselves but by the stories. The achiever has different stories, right? But the person who is a non-achiever, वो achiever को कैसे देखता है? He feels you as his atmosphere. कि एक इंटीग्रल पार्ट है, एक अखंड क्या है, हिस्सा है, कि वो उसके अंदर ही इम्बाइब हो रखा है. You are haunted by your past? नहीं. You are larger than life? No. You are not a narrative of the past. See, क्या इस लाइन का मतलब ये है? Your present subsumes your past. You are an extension of the past. Extension तो नहीं है past का. Subsume means to actually include, to imbibe. एक इंटीग्रल पार्ट मानता है नॉन अचीवर अचीवर को अपना, राइट? सो स्टूडेंट्स, जब आप इस तरीके से चीज़ों को देखते हो कि एक होलिस्टिक व्यू के साथ चीज़ों को समझने की कोशिश करते हो, आप समझेंगे कि फर्स्ट लाइन, सेकंड लाइन और मे बी इन द 3 or 4 लाइन ऑफ द पोएम यू विल गेट द आइडिया कि एक्चुअल में पोएम है क्या. अगर हम इन पोएम पे वापस जाएं और हम कुछ वर्ड्स जो हमने अंडरलाइन या हाईलाइट किए थे, अगर हम इनको देखें, ज़रूरी नहीं है, इट्स नॉट नेसेसरी दैट यू शुड नो द मीनिंग ऑफ दीज वर्ड्स. आप थोड़ा सा अंदाज़ा लगा सकते हैं, तब भी आपको पता चल जाएगा. बेसिक, बहुत ज़्यादा वो क्या, बहुत एडवांस नहीं पूछ रहे हैं, बट एक अंदाज़ा लग जाता है. ठीक है. सो द कंसर्न इज try to get the holistic overview of the content that you will be getting in the exam, right? So that's all for today. I hope this video or this session has helped you and made you understand how to solve these questions. So thank you for watching.